In thunder and rain, in shadow and stone, the ebbing red tides makes its home. The battle for death, the battle for life, all will begin tonight. For in the mountains of Fongolith, light rarely shined. The snowy peaks reached the sky, the belly basked in black and red. Inside a rift where darkness dwells, there lies a soldier like a shell. Of a long forgotten past that few remember, the memory of the world that was as short as the falling feather. Clad in bright Nauru, which rivaled the sky, it once shone like the stars in clear night. Its light would shine through the hearts of all men, and humble them to their barren knees. It would bring night into day, bring hope to those who had lost it and were cast away. For those poor souls that were forsaken, bravery would soon find them again. A single star could be seen above the eyes of the helmet which he wore. It was the symbol of valor and might to those who had remembered and those that loved him, those that showed compassion and those who wronged him. As the night prolonged, the stone which shackled him began to crack, and his face was freed. The eyes looked around in the dark abyss. Fear caught hold of him as he had realized what had happened. He tried to reach out for his hilt, but to no avail. It has still not broken free. He calmed himself that night. The loud pouring of rain outside the cave which imprisoned him could not deter the anger of the gods that were frequently squabbling against each other, using bolts of lightning to settle scores. The squirming of worms could be seen down on the floor, and a little blue butterfly took rest upon his head and lowered its wings. Its long mouth stretched out and tapped gently upon his head, as if it wanted to help free the man from his current state. The little butterfly watched in awe as the man continued to struggle against the stone. Through tiredness of flight, it rested its little wings on him, and in a short time it succumbed to a deep slumber. In the morrow, when the light of the sun reached the hilt through a tiny crack of the cave roof, it too was freed, as if it were divine intervention. The little butterfly raised its wings and parted ways with the kind man who let him rest, flying towards the light and out to the broader world. He drew the sword from his sturdy shaft, and the Nauru gleamed into his ocean blue eyes. The small plant that grew out of his head enjoyed the sunlight. As a mirror, the blade cast a reflection upon him that further terrified him. He had not aged a day. One stroke from the sharp blade is all it took to break the chains of stillness. Like a larva freed from its cocoon, he too was free from the thing that had bound him, and could now spread his wings to greet the sun in earnest. A soldier was born anew that day. He held his weapon firmly in his hand, and it shone its beautiful white light.